Congratulations on the big win, and thank you all for joining us on this interview. But let's get right into the questions. First off, Grizz, what strategies and team compositions did you find most effective during this tournament?
Well, first off, we've been working a lot on the characters that we felt works best as us three together. So Lipo was playing Horizon, Naughty was playing Bang, and I was playing Pathy for the rotates. Bang was helped to smoke and keep us rotating freely and keep pushing up. Lipo was playing very aggressive. He showed that throughout all the night. He's doing awesome.
Good to hear. So, how did your team prepare for the tournament, both in terms of gameplay and mental readiness?
So 2 hours before we linked up and started warming up fire range, and then went straight to pubs, getting together, getting our chemistry, locked in, getting locked in, the mindset of, hey, we need to get serious now. So we played it, commented on each other, seeing, hey, like maybe you're pushing a little too hard, or you kind of zoned out and then didn't started not listening to the comms, that kind of stuff. So that way we know right before we started it that what to do and what not to do.
That's awesome. I'm glad y'all had that communication aspect. Now, were there any particularly challenging opponents that you faced during the tournament, and how did you adapt to their play style?
Okay, so anytime that we had an opponent that was holding a building down and they were really locked in, and if we decided to push in, we'd probably die. We just took it slow, thought about it, thought of possible opportunities or possible third parties that could have came about that situation. Took advantage of our opportunities. We seized the opportunities and we took them out.
It's always good to be able to have that ability to adapt to any situation, but can you highlight any standout individual performances from your team members that contributed to your victory?
Say number one goes to the IGL for the comms. Definitely for the comms. Without those comms, would have been definitely harder to push those teams and get those strategies going down pat. Also Lipo, who also had a break in between that tournament, and then he came back and dropped 6 kills on his head like it was nothing. Just I'd say those two were really a big factor in that tournament.
Wow, nice job, Lipo. Thank you for coming in clutch. So, what do you believe sets your team apart from the competition and contributed to your tournament win?
I'm going to go back on it and say the comms 100%, that played a big factor. Just understanding how each other plays. Lipo's a little bit more of an aggressive player. Grizz likes to look around, see where everybody's at, how the play could go, and then he takes advantage of it. And I'm following along. I'm still in the learning aspect of it. I only started playing Apex like 3 weeks ago, like every single day. So they're giving me their tips and tricks, and I'm just taking what they give me and I'm throwing it into the game.
Well, I'm glad you have a good team to help you learn the game inside and out. Now, esports is not just about in-game skills, but also about teamwork and communication. How does your team maintain effective communication during high-pressure moments?
Okay, so during high pressure moments, it's usually my IGL Grizz who constantly gives us comms. Like I tend to go quiet myself, and everyone else knows that when I focus in, like I just shut my mouth. So he was mirroring Nikki or Naughty when he was um out of the picture because he got thirded, was killed. So he was just telling Naughty what to do, and he was just sticking to me. And yeah, during those high pressure moments, like Grizz calling out everything is just amazing.
That's great communication on your part, Grizz. Good job. Now, I did notice that whenever the tournament first concluded, that y'all were not the winners. What happened? What was the thought process between you guys?
Okay, so the thought process that went through my head was there was no way we were losing that tournament. The way we placed top five 6 out of the 7 times. We the first game we placed 11th, and then we won one as well. So there's extra points for winning. Also, all the kills we had 27. The other teams had 29. and then our placement was just better. We had 3 back-to-back, 3 third place, then we got second place, and then we got fifth as well. So I went back and I was just looking at the way the layout was, and they did not add our kills correctly along with our placement originally. So that's why I was like on them about get it right.
Well, I'm glad you were able to get on top of it and catch it. It's always good to know your stats and know exactly how the point system works. Now, with all of that being said, what does this mean for the future of the XElementAPEX team?
Honestly, the future of the Apex XElement team, um, we're just gonna keep growing. This is just like the first step for Naughty, myself, and Grizz to actually play together and come together as a team. So we're gonna keep pushing ourselves, get ourselves higher than we've ever been before, and just get our chemistry like locked in. That way we don't even have to use comms half the time, you know? So I think we just need to build upon ourselves, train and get better, and then we could just keep moving up.
That's amazing things to hear. Now, the final question of the night. Did y'all have a fun time doing it?
I'd say so, yeah. It was amazing. You guys want to
All
chime in too?
right.
You can.
To be
That's
honest,
awesome.
considering that was my first ever tournament playing like as like higher competitive compared to playing ranked, playing with those two, yeah, that was pretty fun. I felt like I was stressed at some points, obviously, because like I gotta match them or try and play better than them, which is always what I've tried to do. I've always tried to play catch up with them. But yeah, no, I'd have to say it was more fun than stressful.
I'd agree.
That's awesome. Grizz, you got anything to add?
It was a great night. Like they said, I'm all about my comms and looking at everything. I like to let people make a mistake, then act on it, not just bomb rush. But I think it was a great night. I might have gotten a little crazy with my comms. I get a heartfelt into my comms. But I think we all did pretty great. They were where I needed them all the time, and Naughty's in the training works right now, and I think this is going to be something that's definitely going to grow into something great in the near future for us.
No, I'm glad to hear it. Well, once again, congratulations on that big tournament win. And stay tuned to Next Element so that way you can see what happens next.